Hello and welcome to Core with Court. Today we have a quick workout. So this is my go-to workout when I'm short on time, but I still want to get a nice burn for my abs, glutes, and arms. So I do have a pair of ankle weights on my ankles. I will also use them for my hands shortly at the end of the video. If you don't have ankle weights, that's totally fine. You can do all these exercises without them. They're just that extra spice. So whenever you are ready, we're going to start lying all the way down on our backs. We're going to start with our abs first. So you're going to lie all the way down onto your spine. Head comes down. We'll place those feet down on our ground. We're going to do a very quick warm up here just to locate that neutral. So let's sway those knees slightly to the left and then to the right. Feeling that bone underneath us. Finding the place we feel balanced from east to west. Once we're there, we're going to do that pelvic rocking. Think of those hip bones coming down towards that mat. And then arch them away. And repeat, release them down. Arch away. Smaller here. Find that place you feel even from north to south. Once you locate it, we're going to hold that body still. I want you to bring that belly button into your spine. Rib cage comes tucked down. You feel that engagement in your core. You'll place your hands behind your head, elbows nice and wide. If you are feeling neck and back pain today, you're going to just keep your head down on the mat the entire time. Otherwise, we're going to bring our knees over our hips. And we're going to start with just one side. So you're going to reach that right leg out, hold it back in. Exhale, reach out. Hold back in. Only drop that foot as low as you can go without arching your back away from that mat. If you have those ankle weights on, maybe that range of motion is a little bit smaller because you do have that anchor on your ankle. All right, we are going to add a crunch. Every time we bend that knee in, we crunch up, we release everything out. Hug everything in, release it out. So keep scooping that belly button in and up. And I want you to find that ab curl by lowering that rib cage down to those hips without bulging out the stomach. Keep lowering that rib cage down, tucking that belly button in. For 4, 3, 2, hold your ab curl in this next one. You're gonna reach that leg up to the ceiling, flex the foot, lower it down, point the toe, come back up. Flex to lower, point to lift. Same idea here, only lowering that foot as much as you can go without arching your spine away from that mat. Flexing to lower, point to lift. Last 2. And 1. Hug those knees in. Give yourself a nice sway. Then we're going to work the left side. All right, hands come behind that head again. Elbows nice and wide. The head stays down to start. We bring those knees back into our safe tabletop. Knees over those hips are a little bit closer. Extend that left leg out. Pull back in. Exhale, reach. Pull back in. All right, we're gonna add that ab curl here. So you lift everything in, reach everything out. Coming in, exhale, reach out. Gliding that rib cage down to lift the head, neck, and shoulders. You have 3, 2, 1, hold that ab curl, kick that leg to ceiling, flex the foot, lowering down, point, lift back up, flex to lower, point to lift. Keep lowering that rib cage, holding it in place. You got it, we're here for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Lifting up, hug those knees, sway side to side, reset that spine. All right, we are gonna switch to some bicycles here. So we're gonna place our hands back behind our head. We're gonna work on those obliques. Knees are back over those hips. Opposite elbow reach, opposite knee. Come back to center. Exhale, other side. Come to center. Lifting that shoulder blade from that mat on that elbow that's reaching. Go for 4, 3, and 2. We hold on our left side. Last one. Hold this side. We're going to lift and lower that leg. But really burn out that oblique. You got it. This is the last part of the abs. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees in. We're gonna go back to full range of those bicycles. Place those hands in, reach to one side, come back to center, reach the other side, come back to center for 4, 3, 2, last one on both sides. We end on that left side, reaching over, lower that foot, lift back up, flex to lower, lift back up. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees in. Give that bone underneath you a little sway on that sacrum bone. And then we're gonna plant our feet down on the ground below us. Walk those heels into your glutes, place those hands down onto the ground, pushing in to those forearms. We're gonna go into some glute bridges. We're gonna exhale, lift those hips up to ceiling, squeeze those glutes. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift, squeeze glutes. Inhale, lower back down. Feeling the sides of those glute muscles warming up here to squeeze to lift those hips up nice and high without arching that spine. You had 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna hold. Let's pulse those hips up and inch down, edge for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold nice and strong. We're gonna march one foot in, release back down. March the other foot in, release back down. Keep those hips nice and even. Squeeze that core as if it's knitting together in the middle line of that stomach to resist any rocking on that top body. You had 3, 2, and last one on each foot. Lowering all the way back down, sway those knees side to side, release that spine. And then let's go into our V foot position. So for your V feet, you're gonna walk those heels into your glutes. The heels are gonna be connected. Toes are gonna be fist width apart, creating this shape with those feet. You're gonna exhale, squeeze those glutes up. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, squeeze through the bottom part of the glutes. Inhale, lower down. So we're gonna fire up the inner thighs here as well as those glutes. Keep those heels connected. Make sure they're not separating. Go for 4, 3, 2. Hold this last one, stay nice and lifted. We're gonna squeeze knees together, open back up. Squeeze knees together, open back up. Keep those heels glued, keep those toes fist width apart. Burning those inner thighs. Make sure that rib cage is tucked down to those hips, you're not arching that spine. You have 4, 3. In 2, we pulse. 1, hold those knees out, pulse up to ceiling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees down, squeeze them together. Give yourself a nice rock on that spine. Great job. All right, we'll grab the backs of our thighs. We're gonna roll up to seated, and we are gonna finish off with our arms. So you're gonna have to take those ankle weights off if you have them. So what I like to do is I like to connect my ankle weights so as if they're still in a circle, so I can have a better grip to hold them in my hands. If you prefer to have them on your wrist, that's fine as well. All right, we're just gonna start with a nice bicep curl here. So we're gonna keep those knees separated. We're gonna be resting on those kneecaps. If your mat is a little too thin for you, you can fold your mat in half so you have more support. We're just gonna bend at those elbows and then very slowly drop those hands back down to your hips. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, slowly drop those hands back down to your hips. So think of those biceps resisting that air as you drop those hands down. We are now going to include a squat here. So we are not finished with our glutes just yet. So every time we bend those hands in, we're going to squat towards our ankles, lift everything back up. Squat towards your ankles, lift back up. Continue there. I'm just going to pivot so you can see me. So you're squatting slightly down, hinge forward, reach back up. Hinging at those hips forward, squat towards those ankles, lift back up. That hinge forward is going to target the back of those glutes, so you should feel like kind of a stretch for the bottom part of your glutes each time you hinge forward. You have 3, 2, and 1. Stay nice and lifted. We're gonna have that 90-degree bend for our elbows. We're just gonna open, swoop back forward. Open, swoop back forward. Opening up those chests. Think about squeezing those shoulder blades in that midline on your back. Last 3, 2, and I want you to hold this opening right here. We're gonna do the same type of curl here. We're just gonna have that wide hand. So you're gonna squat down, bend in, release everything out. Squat down, bend in, release out. Go for 3, 2, and hold that bend in. We're gonna reach everything out, hold your squat. Reaching out, come back in. Tuck that rib cage down. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come all the way up to lift it. Give your shoulders a quick roll to the back and a roll to the front. We're gonna open up to T's. We're gonna find our hug-a-tree. You're gonna squeeze those hands in, release back out. Squeezing in, release back out. Let's add that squat. Squeeze everything, squat, release out. We're gonna finish off burning out those shoulders. You got it. Keep that slight bend in those elbows. Keep those shoulders tucked down into their sockets. For 4, 3, we're gonna flip those palms in 2, and 1, flip palms open, close, open, close. You can straighten out those arms a little bit more if you want that challenge, otherwise keep that slight bend. Go for 4, 3, 2,
1, reach those hands out to that T, bring them all the way behind you. Pause there. I'm gonna just rotate so you can see me. You're gonna hinge slightly forward, coming up high on those knees. We're gonna bend at those elbows, straighten back out. Bend at elbows, straighten back out. Last part of the arm series, we finish off with those triceps. So the backs of those upper arms. So staying high on those knees, but hinging slightly forward so the tension is in the backs of the arms instead of our spine. You got it. We're here for 3, and then we hold. 2. Hold this last one. Pulse to ceiling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle it out. Wouldn't be a core to core without some circles. Keep going in one direction. Squeezing through the backs of those arms. And reverse. Other direction for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those arms forward. Give those shoulders a nice roll. Drop those weights down. If they're still on your wrist, just keep them there. Reach those arms out and let's cross one arm over the other. Giving a nice stretch. Reach that arm out again. Cross the other one over. Open back up. Let's cross it overhead. You're going to bend one elbow while the other palm reaches to grab it. Maybe we rotate to the side of the hand that's holding the elbow. Swing everything down. Lift back up to the sky. Do the same thing on the other side. Dropping down again. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you wanted a little bit more of a burn, I will leave a couple of 10-minute suggestions down in the description box. Otherwise, that was your quick workout. You did awesome, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.